Good morning. It is Cassie from the Four Owls Healing Oasis, and it is time for a morning tarot reading straight from the shop. I am getting started here today with the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. We're going to see what comes out for a card or cards, and then I will move into the tarot spread itself and read through that. And then, if needed, at the end, I will be pulling a Spirit Animal Wisdom card to close the circle off. If you have not watched these before, I do read for myself, but as a part of my journey, when I feel it's relevant, I do share these messages as well, because we can always learn and grow from each other. Once again, only messages for the highest good are welcome in this time and space. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What do I most need to hear today for my highest good, harming none? Thank you. All right, we had Earth. Earth popped out. There's a better. I'm trying to figure out the lighting here. I've got a new space, as you can see. This is a very, very pretty card. Earth right here at the top here. All right, now we're going to move into the tarot spread. I think I'm going to do a pyramid spread today, unless something else comes to me as I'm shuffling. Generally, I will move through the pyramid one card at a time. We're just going to see how this goes today. Since I'm in a new space and I'm doing things a little bit differently, it may come through just a little bit differently. Once again, only messages for the highest good are welcome in this time and space. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What do I most need to hear today for my highest good, harming none? One more, please. One more, please. Or two more, please. Two more. Okay. And one more. One more. Ooh. Too many. Let's try again, please. One more card, please. One more card. Oh, boy. Okay. Let's try one more time. One more card, please. One more card. All right. It doesn't want to give me one more card, so I think we're going to leave it at that. All right. We're going to get started here. Right from the top, I will read the Earth Energy Shaman card here once I'm done reading through the tarot spread. We have the Five of Cups here at the top of this kind of pyramid diamond shape. So the Five of Cups is about experiencing loss in terms of emotional investment. So this man here in this card has a very black cloak on, signifying a death of sorts. He has his back turned to these two cups on this one side that are still standing, but he's looking down at the cups that have been spilled, and there's bloodshed here. And he's kind of standing in a stance of regret, remorse. He feels that he's lost something, but there's still so much to be gained, and it's behind him, and he's not seeing it right now. So this signifies emotional loss. And there's a lot of different ways we can approach emotional loss. You know, of course, it is painful in a trying time, but also there's always a silver lining. And we best be aware of our surroundings to find the gift that is available in the present moment. And in this case, it's literally right behind his back. All right, we're going to move down into the next row here. We've got the King of Cups and the Knight of Swords in reverse. So the King of Cups signifies emotions as well, an emotional well-being, signifying maturity in terms of emotions. He's on a pedestal in the middle of a very tumultuous ocean, and he's very calm and collected. He's very serene. There's a ship kind of passing by behind him, and all of this commotion of the ocean can be happening, but it doesn't affect his well-being. He's very calm and serene. It also doesn't affect his ability to maintain his kingdom, the people that he surrounds himself with. He's a very calm and mature energy. So this can represent you needing to embrace this energy, and or it can represent somebody in your life emanating this energy of emotional maturity. So when we've had a loss of this kind, when there's bloodshed here and we're feeling sadness, regret, and remorse, that directly correlates to the motion of the ocean. Ocean is a very, very tumultuous place sometimes, and if we don't know how to be the captains of our own ship, which this man sure does, we can end up being led astray by the commotion. So it's very important to be able to find a buoy. This is a message that came through for me several months ago, finding a buoy in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of emotional turbulence. It's important to find a grounding point, and that's exactly what the King of Cups is and exactly what he represents. So this is you needing to do this for yourself, and or finding somebody or being approached by somebody who can help you with this. The other card here is the Knight of Swords in reverse. The Knight of Swords is a very impulsive individual, very quick to act on ideas, very quick-witted, very intuitive. When he has an idea, he acts on it. When he has an idea, he speaks on it. He does not hesitate. This can be a little bit of a problem when somebody's acting according to emotion instead of a grounded place. I think what's really coming through here is it's very important to be sure that when we take action, we are not acting based in emotion, but instead acting based from that grounded point, that buoy point. Because this is in reverse, this is showing that somebody is not quickly acting on impulse, not quickly sharing ideas, not quickly communicating. There is a pause in that here with this card. Okay. The next row here shows the Four of Swords, the Eight of Swords in reverse, and the Empress. There's a lot of mental and emotional energy going on here. In fact, over half the cards are swords. The swords represent mental insights, inspiration, mental activity, thoughts, ideas, and communication, and the way in which we handle those. So the first card here is the Four of Swords. This is showing a pause. This kind of goes hand in hand with this Knight of Swords being in reverse. There is a pause in acting based in acting on mental activity. So there are these ideas and these thoughts going on above this man's head, but he's kind of in a meditative spot right now, and he's just kind of waiting for the answers to come. He has a sword beneath him as well. I feel this kind of symbolizes the need to let things settle and let things grow. You know, if we're planting seeds in the ground, it's not a good idea to disturb those seeds and check on them, you know, every couple hours or every couple minutes to see how they're doing, right? You're disturbing the growth. It needs to incubate. And this this is you needing to incubate in terms of your ideas and your inspiration in relation to this emotional loss that you are experiencing. There's a need to first and foremost find a buoy and get grounded and solidify your stance, your emotional stance, so that you're not riding the waves, but instead you are a stable captain of your ship, and also incubating and allowing a period of time to pass so that clarity comes more easily to you. Because when we act based on emotion, we act we can be acting out of accordance with our true self. And so it's very important to incubate the ideas in terms of emotions and make sure that they are true to the self. The next card here is the Eight of Swords in reverse. This is right underneath the Five of Cups. There is an awareness here that the prison of the mind is self-imposed. When we are feeling sadness, regret, when we are feeling a sense of loss, it is all just a matter of perception. If we perceive this as a loss, we are going to experience loss, and we are going to experience all the thoughts and anxieties and fears and worries that come with that. How we did things wrong, what we could have done differently. What if this happens? What if that happens? What if I hadn't done that? What if I hadn't said that? This is a mental prison. She has herself tied up and surrounded by swords. Now this is in reverse. So this shows an awareness that the individual here who has experienced a loss has a very clear awareness that they are in control of their reaction to this situation. They can act from a place of emotion, or they can act from a place of incubation. Either way, it is their choice. It is my choice. This reading is about me and for me, and possibly for you. This is a choice, and it's all in your mind. And the mental jail, the mental prison of the mind is something that we all have the key to, and we can all unlock it whenever we so choose. But it is a choice, and we have to consciously make that choice in every moment of every day to be aware of our thoughts and our emotions and how they're affecting our environment and our perception of our circumstances. The next card here is the Empress, which I think is really interesting. The Empress is fertility and abundance. She's female energy. She is one with nature. She's very in tune with her environment, and she has a lot of power simply because she is so connected to herself and to her environment. There's a very clear contrast here when we experience emotional loss and we experience racing thoughts. There is a place we can come from that is a totally different place, and it comes from inside of ourselves. She has a crown of stars, which shows me that she's divinely inspired. She also is holding some sort of staff, which shows she has power. She's very connected to the environment around her. She's very connected to growth, abundance, fertility, creativity. And the reason she is able to create this environment for herself is because she's very solid in herself. And because she's very sure of herself and solid of herself, she's able to create this fertility for herself. This is a very different environment than being in the middle of a chaotic ocean. But in the same sense, both of these individuals have a very calm look on their faces. And they're very calm. They're not looking at things from a place of disdain or hurt or pain. They are just accepting what is around them, in front of them right now in the present moment. And that is the gift. Being aware of your thoughts and emotions in the present moment is the power that you hold. All right, the next row here has the Seven of Swords and the Two of Swords in reverse. The Seven of Swords represents secrecy. He's stowing away with these swords. He's trying to pick them up and run away from his village. This can represent dishonesty and miscommunication. You or someone in your life is, I feel, not being truthful with themselves. You or somebody in your life is not being truthful with yourself here in this card. There's a keeping ideas, inspirations, and insights to the self. There's a stowing away with ideas, thoughts, and communications. And this is, you know, an off balance energy here. This is an energy to be cautious of. You know, if you are incubating and you're freeing yourself from a mental prison, I feel that this is something to be cautious of in somebody around you. Being very in tune to other ideas, other people's thoughts, ideas, and communication at this time is very recommended, because not everybody does this work where they act from a place of calm serenity, act from that buoy, are a captain of their own ships. Many people are actually, in fact, acting just according to impulse, and they are not necessarily aware of how their actions and inspirations affect other people. And that's what this card is representing. And I think the message that's coming through here, is that the Two of Swords here is another prison of the mind card. She's also tied up. She's also in front of the ocean, which I think is relevant, but she's not in the ocean. She's just sitting right in front of it, and she has her arms crossed, and she's blindfolded, and she's got two swords, or two insights, inspiration, ideas that could lead her in a particular direction. She could make a choice, but in the upright position, this is showing a lack of making that choice. But because it's in reverse, there is a choice. There is a choice to unlock the self from the mental prison. Regardless of whether or not other people are doing the same, it is in your best interest to be acutely aware of your emotions, inspirations, and insights at this time, as well as your emotions. Even if other people around you, other energies around you, are displaying the exact opposite of what you are trying to do for yourself, it's almost a test. It's a bridge of awareness to be able to observe this in other people and become aware of what this looks like when somebody is acting out of emotion and acting out of impulse instead of acting from a place of groundedness and serenity. I feel that the more I have done this work of trying to act from a place of stable footing, the more I observe the lack of stable footing around me. And it's a conscious choice to not allow other people's chaos to affect me. And I think that's the challenge that is coming through here. We're going to read the Earth card, and we're going to see what it has to say here. Earth represents the gift of life. The symbol on this card refers to the body of the planet Earth, the human body, and nature herself. We're reminded by this symbol that all creatures are born of the earth, and human beings are the stewards of all life on this planet. It refers to what we make of it: our health, wealth, security, grounding, solidity, and stability. Wow, we were just talking about that. It reminds us that the world of form is a gift from spirit and needs to be treated with respect. Do you feel ungrounded or easily thrown off of your path lately? It is time to focus on what nurtures you, to open yourself to the healing of Mother Earth and see the abundant world around you. That is why the Empress is here. Perhaps you have lost the ability to trust that your needs will be met and have fallen prey to poverty consciousness. Perhaps you have not been eating well, been overworked or stressed, and have forgotten to breathe in the beauty of your surroundings. When the spirit of earth comes as your medicine, you're being reminded that when you practice self-care, Take a walk in nature and focus on the consciousness of abundance. Miracles can and do happen. Yes. When the earth symbol appears, it represents the need to focus on reverence and appreciation for the natural gifts that are coming to you now and always. The concrete world you inhabit is there by the grace of spirit, and you are a part of it. Much can be accomplished now when you focus on compassionate, reverent service to the world. If you act with integrity, gratitude, and humility, you will find yourself more prosperous than you can imagine. Success is assured when the earth appears as an invitation. That is so cool. I'm going to just do something just for fun, and I'm going to see if we can get a spirit animal card to close off this reading. Once again, only messages for the highest good are welcome in this time and space. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can we get a spirit animal here to just close off this message very briefly? Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we had two pop out. I'm not going to read the book meanings of these. I'm just going to take them as they come. All right, the kangaroo came out. It says on here, courage. You are being tested. Have faith and stand in your truth, as well as the deer. Trust. Approach the situation with a light heart. That is amazing. Both are connected also to the earth. You know, they walk upon the earth. It looks like they actually do have different elements here, which is interesting as well, but they do represent actually all four elements: earth, fire, water, air. So that's interesting. I don't think I have anything else to add to this. I think that was really in depth, but very helpful for me. I hope you found something out of that as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We will see you next time.